Ribeiro-Addy.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. The government benches admit there is a crisis in policing in the criminal justice system and courts, and the publication of such an interminably long bill speaks to that. Members of the public may be left wondering, given that the party opposite has been in office for well over 10 years now, who is responsible for the multiple crises. Over that time, we've had innumerable pieces of legislation on these matters, on policing, criminal justice and courts, including statutory instruments. Logically, we can draw the conclusion that none of this legislation has dealt with the admitted problems and may have even exacerbated them. We should not expect this bill to have a different outcome, because it's not designed to address fundamental problems. It's designed to infringe on our civil liberties. It's designed to prosecute culture wars, where a statue can expect more protection than a woman, where damaging public property can get a longer sentence than sexual assault. This bill doesn't even attempt to address the crisis of plummeting conviction rates for some of the most serious crimes, including rape. Reported rapes are soaring and almost reached 60,000 last year, but barely 2,000 resulted in prosecutions. The Victims Commissioner has spoken of the effective decriminalisation of rape in this country. Ministers are fooling no one when their default response is to talk about tougher sentences and more police. But tougher sentences are useless if the perpetrators can reasonably expect never to be convicted. More police on the streets are a waste of time if they are instructed to prioritise guarding statues. The new bill seeks to make that style of policing commonplace, with a major focus on powers to prevent non-violent protests, such as Saturday's vigil in memory of Sarah Everard, whose family we continue to hold in our thoughts and prayers. This follows in a rapid succession of legislation which provides legal immunity for both members of the armed forces and police, even in cases of rape, torture and murder. Historically, we have been policing by consent in this country. This government seems intent on ending that. More armed police, more random stop and search despite the evidence of racist discrimination within it, ploughing on with the failed Prevent programme, and this very, very obvious demonisation and disproportionate impact on the Gypsy, Roma and traveller communities. And now the suppression of peaceful gatherings and protests. This is draconian legislation. It will not make us safer, and it should be opposed by everybody who believes